I'm Ram Ramkrishnan, the success coach. Why I call myself as a success coach? In the year 1984, I started my career as a part-time. I'm Ram Ramkrishnan, the success coach. Why I call myself as a success coach? In the year 1984, I started my career as a part-time typist. I moved up in the corporate ladder, worked as the vice. I'm Ram Ramkrishnan, the success coach. Why I call myself as a success coach? In the year 1984, I started my career as a part-time typist. I moved up in the corporate ladder, worked as the vice president for the third largest IT services company in India. In my global corporate experience of 34 years, I worked in 8 different multinational organizations and in Indian big organization. In the last 5 years, as a consultant and the success coach, I help many leaders and business owners to realize their dream. Putting together all my experience, I've come up with this 3-step success framework, along with 12 different processes one need to go through to make success as a habit. Success comes for those people taking that action in the right direction. Our entire program is focused on how we can help you to come out of your comfort zone and unleash your potential to realize your dream. I'm Ram Ramkrishnan, the success coach. Why I call myself as a success coach? In the year 1984, I started my career as a part-time typist. I moved up in the corporate ladder, worked as the vice president for the third largest IT services company in India. In my global corporate experience of 34 years, I worked in 8 different multinational organizations and in Indian big organization. In the last 5 years, as a consultant and the success coach, I help many leaders and business owners to realize their dream. Putting together all my experience, I've come up with this 3-step success framework, along with 12 different processes one need to go through to make success as a habit. Success comes for those people taking that action in the right direction. Our entire program is focused on how we can help you to come out of your comfort zone and unleash your potential to realize your dream. I'm Ram Ramkrishnan, the success coach. Why I call myself as a success coach. In the year 1984, I started my career as a part-time typist. I moved up in the corporate ladder, worked as the vice president for the third largest IT services company in India. In my global corporate experience of 34 years, I worked in 8 different multinational organizations and in Indian big organization. In the last 5 years, as a consultant and the success coach, I help many leaders and business owners to realize their dream. Putting together all my experience, I've come up with this 3-step success framework, along with 12 different processes one need to go through to make success as a habit. Success comes for those people taking that action in the right direction. Our entire program is focused on how we can help you to come out of your comfort zone and unleash your potential to realize your dream. Is my audio and video clear?
Yes, Ram, it's audible.
Okay. How is this? Just I play this volume in. Is this good? Volume is coming up?
Yes, perfect.
Imagine that you got all the tools that would help you to succeed in your endeavors. How would you feel that happens? Let me reserve this question till the end of the session today. And again, I'll ask you, you all can answer it. Who does not need success? We all of us in our day-to-day activity, everything we do, we look forward how we can succeed in that. We just started our session just 5 minutes late today, 10:05. This is the 16th of July 2023, Sunday. Happy morning to each and one of you for joining this online seminar. This is also on YouTube Live as well. The simple fact is all of you are attending this session today shows that how committed you are to the lifelong learning journey. Thank you for the technology today that is bringing us together, either on the Zoom or on the multiple medias. We were able to go live and people can look at and view the things at their convenience. In the approximately next 2 hours, let's explore the 3-step success framework. I assure you at the end of the session, you will at least have 1 or 2 points which you could implement immediately, taking from here. Are you all ready for the journey now? And I'm sure you're all looking forward to the tested and proven techniques and the framework. Are you all ready to learn from my experiences?
Yes, yes, Ram.
Thank you, thank you. Some points we discussed today maybe look simple. Do you agree many times the simple is profound also? I wanted you to use the chart option, or let me just, I think chart would be better, wherein you can say what is success according to you.
So I'll have to answer right now.
Yeah, you can answer. What is success according to you?
Right now I'm still figuring out the definition of what success means to me. That is, so if I go back to 5 years or 4 years, the success definition was different, and now
Yes.
it's different. So I'm still figuring out what is that for me.
Yes. That is always said that success is a journey. It's not the destination, right? We all look at in a journey, we will feel at different point of a time, different things need to look at and achieve. So before we look at the definition, this is what we will look at, some of the myths about the success. So that is what many times surprises us, many times stops us moving forward. First thing is, we think it is not for everyone. So this is the myth. Success can be achieved by anyone who can do that. That is what we will look at it. Today, we will bust this myth today. It is for anyone and everyone who can take it and do that. Only extroverts can succeed. Another strong myth which is there is people believe only extroverts can succeed, extroverts can do the sales, extroverts can only be on the leadership ladder. This is also not true. Even I was one point of a time not an extrovert, I was an introvert all the time. Another myth, this is the one is the most dangerous thing. People see one time they achieve success in something, they feel that is forever. Even in our all the parliamentary system and anything you do, nothing is permanent, and success is something. It is not one time you access success, you need to celebrate, and that is not the end of it. That is maybe the beginning for you to do many more things. So many of the people I had seen, they achieve a success, they think that that is the end of it, then they make complete end of their career, end of their thing, many things for them if they start thinking like that. Now, you look at this success is like an iceberg. Many times people see what they see. Even today, you take it,
whatever you are seeing, looking at the spot of this presentation, what you see is the end product and what is it there, part of it. Meantime, we appreciate the people who winning the medals, who doing great job, coming out, excelling in their education or the career or business. What we see is the end result, what they have achieved. That is what we look at. But that amount of work, amount of things they go through, no one knows except the person who goes through that. It's not that the person who wins the 100-meter race, he only runs 100-meter and won that medal. And he would have gone through thousands of miles running, and there is a regular habit of getting up at a certain point of a time, having the coach or mentor, going through the competitors' videos, understanding his entire health and what is that you need to make that fit and do that. So that is where you see in all the success, there are many work which undergoes, then only you have the success which is visible to the others. And what normally we see is only the tip of the iceberg. What I have put in today is based on my experience. What is that success? Number one, it is attempting to move forward. And you are taking that first step to move forward towards your goal is the success. I would like to draw an example from my professional life. After initial period of working in the corporate world as the time of his personal and human resources, first time I got an opportunity to work in the administration function as a manager. When I moved into the function in the year, it was 1995, the functions thing itself was totally different. Everybody thought this is the function, it's a thankless function. This is the function. If someone in the organization doesn't want to do the job, let us dump it so that they have to find a way and do that. What I did was, why can't we change this? Taking that first step towards that, why don't we write a process document and understand what is the in-scope of this function, what is the out-scope of this function. Let's understand and put some kind of a service level agreement, rather allowing people to jump on us, saying that if they request certain things, what is the kind of a timeline they will be able to accept and get that services, operating level agreement or a service level agreement, drawing up the in-scope and out-scope. And this function was almost handling 75 odd different activities. For each of it, we thought, why don't we write a process document? This was an attempt to make the things right. Till such time, I don't remember anyone had started putting in for the support function. Generally, people think support function is something you can't measure, you can't have a processes. That is the kind of a time I started doing it. Later, people have appreciated me saying that first step started, something is done, which I consider you taking that first step towards what you wanted to achieve is itself is the success. Second thing is staying true to your core beliefs and values. This is an important thing. What I understood from one of the mentor. He always used to say, the values are something, even your life is a threat, you don't compromise or give it up. Very powerful statement. And this is the one recent time I've been tested at various places on these values. I normally go to the nearby Apollo Pharmaceutical and buy the regular medicines which is required on a month-on-month basis. I also normally don't take that receipt because I don't have any kind of a reimbursement to be done under their thing. whatever these guys tell me the money, I pay that and come back. For a change, this happened few days back. There's a new person who was on the desk. After I purchased that medicine, he had given me the receipt. As usual, I took the medicines, I took the receipt and put it there and came home and opened it up for the first time after many months, many years, I can say that I got that receipt. I was just going through that. This guy missed billing one of that medicine in that. I can keep quiet. Nothing is going to happen. And he has already handed over the entire thing to me. And the bill is also he has made, and this is missing. So my conscience didn't allow, saying that, yes, something which is not, I have not paid, I should not be getting it. I went back and handed over told him, saying that this is what had happened, you bill it, and I paid that. This is one of the incident. But let me take you back to the professional environment. This happened way back in the year 86 to 90 time frame. I was working in this corporate, and they are a multinational organization, and they had the processes and system. I was just taking care of one of the function was to take care of the employee transportation. That time we had one van and one bus, which used to ferry the people from the city to the factory. There was one policy which was clearly mentioning, saying that in the leadership team, they are entitled for a conveyance allowances. If they are drawing a conveyance allowances, they should not use the company transport. If they are using a company transport, they should write to the HR team and say that they want the conveyance allowance to be stopped. This was going on many years. I joined in this organization. I observed this policy. Many leaders, including my own boss in the organization, they were just ignoring this guidelines. I could have kept quiet, saying that because my boss is also involved in that and they are doing it, what is the point in questioning that? I went up to one level up and brought to the notice of my boss's boss and told him this is what it is there, but this is what in ground actually happening. I wanted you to look at what needs to be done. I really did not know what other leaders in that organization thought about this incident. However, my immediate boss appreciated it, and he said that it is good that you brought that some of the deviations are happening and you brought it to the notice of the leadership team, and we are correcting that. So that is not I felt as a success. I felt a success when my boss, who left the organization and joined another organization, he called me to join that organization also. That time I asked him this question, what made him to think I'm the right person? And he told me, saying that I know that he brought that incident back to me, saying that you were the guardian of policy and you had that value, saying that irrespective of someone is not doing the right thing, you are ready to voice it out. That is what impressed me a lot. I felt that point of a time, yes, standing in for values, people appreciate it. It is not so easy as I say that many times we face a lot of problem. If you wanted to stand for your own values, stand for your thoughts, staying true to your core beliefs, it becomes difficult. But if you are able to withstand, that itself is the success. I felt when boss called me and joined me in the new next organization, that was a real thing. During those times, many of the things goes on, referral, the trust as gets built in and people see you that way. Not only that, because of those values and other things I have done, there are 8 different organizations I work. Even today, I can walk into any organization, talk and converse with the people. And when I call and message, people respond to me. They have that value, saying that, yes, this person is good and great. That's what is the thing makes us a success. The third one, obtaining happiness on achieving the goals. I told you as the first example, we started putting those process document and which finally came out, even though it was the first time we started making an attempt to do that. Finally, a process document was born. And the celebration was not we celebrating it as a department or a team. Then CEO of the organization, he used to take the copy of that process manual. Those time what the technology was not so much and no one had things to carry on the systems or on mobile. He used to take the hard copy of those manual and go and talk to the processes team, business teams, and tell them, see, function like support function, like administration has come up with clearly what is in scope, out scope, SLAs, OLAs, and the complete process document. That is what I considered as the success. Someone has observed and a level above, we need not to look at it, but he gave that due importance. Even then, we need to, all the milestones, we need to start celebrating it. You have a bigger goal to achieve, that is always good. But if you are achieving some milestone, start celebrating it. That is where it helps your team and yourself. All of us need that appreciation, right? Even irrespective of age or irrespective of where we are positioned, and everyone needs that kind of a celebration and appreciation on that. That is what we need to do. Attempting to move forward, staying true to your core belief and the values, obtaining happiness in achieving the goals. This is what I consider as the success. So let me just give you, before we move on, quick background about me. So this slide says I'm a success coach and a mentor. I worked in corporate for 3.5 decades. And the last 5 years as a consultant and a success coach, I've been working as an entrepreneur. I'm a TEDx speaker, an author, and focus on business transformation, personal transformation, SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, opportunities, and threat, priority management, networking, and the customer services. As part of my leadership card, I focus on these activities. Some of these certifications to tell that I'm a certified professional coach from the Post Transformation Academy, on the verge of applying for the ICF certification as well. The Franklin Covey, the 7 habits of effective people. I gone through that course and I got certified in that. I'm the master trainer facilitator certified by Middle Earth HR and CAMI, and the teachers or leaders community. And I also did organizational transformation foundation course from the Project Management Institute. Even after looking at, these are all some of the things to look at as your bio, something, as I told you, what is it beneath the iceberg? That is what I'm going to talk about it now. I landed in Bangalore in 1983 from a remote village of Tamil Nadu. I used to run away from anyone who wanted to talk to me, converse with me in English. I started my career as a part-time typist. That was my first job in Bangalore. Then I had an illustrious 34 plus years of corporate career, wherein I worked in 8 different Indian and multinational organizations. I held positions as manager, starting from then, moving on to the general manager, assistant vice president, director, and finally the vice president for the 3rd largest IT services company in India. Moving up from a part-time typist holding a position for the 3rd largest IT services company in India has taught me a lot of lessons. By the way, I moved up ladder slowly and steadily for 35 years. That is where today I looked at what is it happening in the corporate world, what is it happening on individual part of it. Many of the time, we are all chasing a lot of targets, a lot of things to achieve. When it comes to putting into as a personal success path, part of it, you need someone as a mentor or someone as a coach, someone as a facilitator to help you go through that. Looking at that part of it, whatever has worked out well for me to move up and make this career transition and career changes, I put them neatly in the format of a 3-step success framework. I didn't have that framework when I was working. I had to do trial and error methods and start looking at it. Because I didn't have framework, I had few failures, utter failures also in my life. It's not that I had only success. So to avoid those kind of roadblocks, those kind of a failure, what is something has not worked out? Also, I think how do people need to acquire that so that they don't get those roadblocks and start moving on? That is where I had put across this 3-step success framework. With your permission, in this journey, it is not that I am alone. As a leadership card, along with me, I have a Karandeep Sandhu, Ashish Datta, and Devesh Mohan. And we collectively have trained over 2,000 plus individuals in the last 2 years. Our expertise, we come from the different background, academic, communication, finance, real estate, operations, and alliance. We worked in different diverse field of functions in Indian global multinational. As I told you, Karandeep Sandhu comes from the academic and leadership background with 2 decades of academic and entrepreneurship coaching, a John Maxwell certified trainer, and a social entrepreneur. He, Karan, as well as Devesh, run a social entrepreneur, give back to the community that currently helps more than 1,000 plus people in the rural India, that is Ayodhya, wherein they help those students in the 5th standard, 4th standard, and 5th standard prepare for the entrance exam for Navodaya Vidyalaya so that they can get their education up to the 10th standard free. This all started with few mobile phones, and today we have a smart classes, and it happens across multiple districts in Ayodhya. C focuses on mindset, personality development, effective communication, the personality assessment, personal branding, and TEDx coaching. And Ashish Datta is an operational and finance leadership. He is a chartered accountant by profession and certified by ATD. He is a COO, CFO of an organization. He focuses on self-leadership, team dynamics, relationship management, and conflict management. All of them are authors. Karan has become recently an author early this month. Ashish Datta has authored 2 books. One is on the navigating the dark hole. Leadership is navigating the dark hole. And the second book is Sandwiched. And myself, I had already given you my brief about me. And Devesh Mohan brings in the sales and alliances background, sales business development alliance, 2+ decades of an experience. He focuses on leadership coaching, personal transformation, sales and alliances program. So that is where we see together as a combination of bringing in from the different field and putting together as a 3-step success framework. We each one of us can bring our own expertise and experiences and share. We call ourselves as the problem solvers. The areas of career and business growth stagnation, that is where the success comes into the play. We will discuss more in detail about that today. And struggling to achieve work-life balance. Another major problem many of the young leaders face is struggling to achieve the work-life balance. And finally, on the interpersonal conflict in organization, You need to manage those interpersonal conflict if you want to be successful and do that. Today, we are going to talk about on the three-step success framework is mainly focusing on career and business growth, stagnation, how you can start putting things together. See, as the Indian tradition goes, either you go to our culture always says that, yes, we need to, someone comes to the wedding or any function, do some program, we have to respect their time, what is that they are spending. For that reason, we have certain bonuses to the people. Recording of this webinar, you will have for 7 days, and you have an option, you will get a mail, you have an option to become as part of the leadership WhatsApp community, wherein a lot of activities which keep happening, and our earlier students who were there are part of it, and they will be able to, okay, will be able to interact in the larger people. That is what you will get an option. That is an option you can do that. And also you get some of my Udemy courses, which is there. That's what you get it as free, wherein you can go through those Udemy courses. And also you have an option of booking a 30 minutes of discovery session, coaching discovery session, which you wanted to work with me and look at it. You will get the option. Or you stay till the end of this program, you will get it. And these are some of the Udemy courses which is there. I have more than 3,200 students as on date today registered, and with a rating of 4.7 on a 5-point scale. These are some of the courses which you can go through, which is available. We will share the details in a mail to you after the program today. Now I want you to watch this video. It's a 3.5 minutes video, talks about our students, what they have overall gone through, what is that they are talking about the program.
It has been a great last 24 hours where we have, I think, been engaged with
Volume is very low.
Volume is very low. Well, let me check what is the problem.
practical exposure rather than the book knowledge what we have. It was a practical experience which will definitely will try to inbuild it and see what best can come out of.
Here I see everywhere volume is good. Where is the problem? You are able to hear volume
Yes, yes.
clear?
Yeah, it's audible now.
1 minute, let me see. I kept here also volume fine.
it has been a great last 24 hours where we have, I think, been engaged together.
Yeah, it's still the same. Volume is still low.
Just give me a minute. Let me
Practical
change
exposure
into
rather than the book.
my mic. With that, it would be okay. Give me a minute. Let me do that.
Sure, sure.
Give me a minute. Let me do that.
Sure. No, it's still low.
Mm.
I think being engaged together.
Yeah, it's audible now.
It has been a great last 24 hours where we have, I think, we have brainstormed together, we have had good laugh.
Practical exposure rather than the book knowledge what we have, it was a practical experience which will definitely will try to inbuild it and see what best can come out of us.
Very insightful, 2 days, 2 different things to be learned, and I love the punchline CRM today. That skills can be evolved over a period of time, but that attitude cannot come. So I think this workshop actually helped us to develop that and think that we can be a leader.
It was a very good session, and honestly, if I tell you, like, I was not like this, something called Six Hats was there, I mean, existed. Yeah, probably now it was good.
To learn something which maybe I have not yet experienced in my workspace or something. So I'll be prepared for it, and this will give me more knowledge on how to work with a team and collaborate and share things and ideas.
And all the six hats were good, but I think we will be juggling around all the six hats and come to a solution. But at least we will learn the juggling. Thanks for the process, and I love it. Thank you.
What I kind of learned mainly today was, a very important thing is risk management. By understanding the risk management, by risk factor, we can already have 4 plans in line. So, one doesn't work, we definitely lay back on to the other. So that was something which was very important that I learned.
So the session was really fun-filled. It was having a lot of interactions amongst the team members. It had covered all the points what we had discussed. So you've covered the entire course. You have delivered it beautifully, and there was a lot of interaction, which was really a must. There was not at all any lecture or something. No, it was a good interactive session, and we really loved it. Thank you very much.
A lot of things from this training. First of all, being a new joinee, I hardly knew anyone here, but now I know almost everyone. Wow. So yes, I am being here. Thank you so much, and thank you, Lina, for conducting this training. It was very helpful for me, and I actually came to know a lot about my personality. Okay. So yeah, it is a
strategy. Where should I use the facts? Then from a personality background, it was really helpful to knowing ourselves which part of thing is more influential for us, and what is our drawbacks and what is how to interact with other people.
Different scenario for the communication. As I come to here, I understand what is the exact communication, how we have to communicate with the people. So that
you made a different kind of study material to us with your experience. So thanks to that.
So then the question comes is, why success? Success provides us confidence, security, a sense of well-being, the ability to contribute at a greater level, hope, and leadership. The idea of we putting across this testimonial just before giving this definition is also right. Yes, in last 2 years, we have done some work. definitely there is an amount of success which has happened. It has helped change the lives of many people. So we talked about 2,000 plus people, we touched on that. And in my Udemy, I have touched more than 3,000 plus people. And each one of them, we are making them some kind of a change. And that is where, why success is, yes, always we need to look at and success that provides a sense of well-being, ability to contribute at greater level. Moment you feel you are able to do something and take that first step, move forward and stand for your values, and you celebrating the success, all will help you to take into your leadership level into next level. So that is the reason, and we all need to work and look at as this success framework. Then the question comes is how will I go? How it is that I will do? So we are all start with saying that, yes, I am here and I wanted to go there. How will I go there? A simple thing, you take it today, you are planning to go to a movie or planning to go to a place nearby. What is that you do? You do good amount of planning, right? How will I go? Whether you wanted to go in your car or it's going to be a traffic prone area and you will not get parking. So you wanted to hire a cab and go there, and what time the meeting starts and whom are you going to meet. There are sometimes you are meeting somebody who's so important and you don't want to get delayed, whatever may happen. So you will plan saying that, yes, let me be 10 or 15 minutes in advance, be there rather than being on time and getting stuck. All this planning goes behind that, right? So that is where, if you are looking at your career or your business, you wanted to do, and there's a lot more needs to happen in that. That is what we will look at it. Then another thing comes up in is, we all see we are in the VUCA world. So here I'll say how you create that VUCA world into another VUCA world. Always we read about volatility. See, when the pandemic came in, or when the situation today, also when people say that there is a lot of price rise and other thing is happening, we feel that there is a lot of volatility is there and other thing. Yeah, I would like to give an example of how the leadership card itself born. How you convert that volatility into a vision matters a lot. You need to work on, there is no point in cribbing about so much of thing is there. During pandemic also, if you see, there are many industries, healthcare industries, people had made good money and good new product, new innovation has born during that time. And even leadership card born during that time. So we all would have kept quiet thinking that, yes, this is the world and we have to be locked into the room and nothing can happen. And that is the time I started the business also. And we said that, yes, we need to have come out with vision. That is where this four of us, we got together, we saw there is some common interest. We said that we are going to target helping 1 million leaders. Collectively, let us work and see what is it we can do, bring in that change. We all strongly believe everybody had got potential. And we said that how do we help unlocking their hidden potential? That is what our vision is. How do we help unlocking hidden potential for 1 million of the young leaders and entrepreneurs? That is where we started with this vision. Then we all talk about a lot of uncertainty. Any situation you take it, yes, there is amount of uncertainty will be there. Even I am doing this program. There is once I started doing this program, my internet went, I have to work with my hotspot, lights also went, I have to put my additional various the stand, the tabletop lights and work on it. That's what happened. In uncertainty, we all four came together and we had got into an understanding. We said that each one of us will bring in an expertise. There is something common which was there with all of us, as we all want to help young leaders and entrepreneurs in the age group of 30 to 45 years. That is great. And we brought into an understanding that each one of us bring in different level of an expertise. How do we put together? That is going to help ultimate goal, vision we are talking about. That is what we did as part of the understanding. Then the complexity, enormous complexity. And even today, we look at all the 4 partners, we don't stay in one city. And I stay in Bangalore. My partner, one part, Devesh stays in Noida. Ashish stays in Kolkata. And Kiran stays in Malaysia. It's quite complex. How do we together bring in and work on it? And the situation also like that, wherein we can't meet in person. Also, almost 2 years we have been locked into the pandemic and other things. And we said that, yes, we need to have that clarity. Let us move on into the online program, online coaching, wherein our personal presence is not required. Today, we do in-person program also. We plan it very well, saying that when the in-person program, how we can come together and start working on it. And the clarity is also, once you understood, each one of us come with a different kind of a system. That is where you bring in a lot of clarity on you do what, I do what, and each one of us roles and responsibilities become clearer, and we have that clarity. We brought in that. Then ambiguity. How do you bring in? A lot of ambiguity will be there. Even when we started the industry as leadership coaching and mentoring, today you see thousands of people who are there. No, millions of people will be there. And how do we bring in that? And you can't today say that only I will do online. Today, there are multiple methods by which our customers and clients needs it, either hybrid, online, fully online, or in person. And we do that. And we also can't work with only one area of a training. Maybe sometime people may require workshops and training. Sometimes they require coaching as the way they wanted. Sometimes it may be a mentoring. And we do all this area. We do coaching, we do mentoring. So that is where we brought in that kind of a thing. The thing lies, how do you make success is, how do you make this volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity into a vision on better understanding and the clarity and agile? UCA, how do you make this vision, understanding, clarity, and agility? This is what is required, and this is what you will learn through these 3 steps, what we are, 3-step framework, success framework, what we are going to discuss today. And another thing, today, success principles are plenty. And you can see from the mythological stories to the books and even articles, which is that even I write success principle article every week. So much of the thing which is data, which is available in the market. What is that difference we are going to bring in? It is you taking that action in the right direction. How do you take that action in the right direction matters for you to get into that success journey. So that is where I will now introduce this 3-step success framework and provide you the complete details about the 3-step success framework. The number 1 is the health check. So even you go to a doctor with, you know that you are suffering from some illness, something, what doctor does? He diagnoses first, trying to understand from your own words, what is it happening in your inner body. And there are few of the tests he wanted to do, samples he want to take, analyzes it. After that only he start prescribing the medicine. He doesn't all of a sudden start, moment you say that I have this fever, I have this stomachache, I have this hand pain. He doesn't immediately start prescribing the medicine. Similarly, we need to look at that part of it. That is where we'll discuss on the health check. Agile implementation, once that is done, you need to your health check is done, understood what is that, your assist part of it, then there are areas you may require to acquire more knowledge, and that requires getting out of the comfort zone. So the moment I came out of the corporate, I wanted to become a coach, mentor, and trainer. One of the drawbacks which I found out was saying that how do I become better in presenting, better in public speaking? I have to join this Toastmasters and some of those public speaking forum, wherein someone who is 15 or 20 years younger to me, come and provide me the feedback where I need to improve. That is getting out of your comfort zone. And you need to do that. Then only you can start achieving the things. Then comes in as working on your real-time transformation thing. So it is not that whatever you have understood as part of health check and the new knowledge you acquired is going to have when you are putting into practice. Even today, we all in the world today are happy about the Chandrayaan-3 is launched. And what do those scientists have done? They have started looking at the things learning in motion, what went wrong and what are the things they need to start correcting it. That is what I was listening to the interview of this Somnath, the director, chairman of the ISRO. He was talking about saying that what they have went through, that is the learning in motion, because they whatever they've taken, complete things, earlier lessons, basis that they started putting in the things in the right direction. So here in each one of it, you need this kind of a framework for you to make success as a journey. There's no doubt in that. As I told you, I didn't have this framework. Because of that, I miserably failed in few of those areas. As we talk, I'll tell you where I miserably failed also. Number one is the personality assessment. And you need to do your own personality assessment, understand what is the kind of a personality of a person you are. Then also you need to understand with that personality trait, what are some of the things great, good? What is some of the things you need to watch out for, the pitfalls of having that personality? It is each personality trait has got something good, something not so good. And we need to watch out there. Then we need to understand how do we deal with this different kind of a personality of people. You are not going to get your boss or people whom you wanted to talk to the same personality as yours. That is where I miserably failed a couple of times in corporate, wherein I was not able to go jive well with my immediate boss because of they came in a different personality. I was not understanding that point of a time, importance of this personality trait. So that is where I said it's important. People looking at a success path needs to understand this. There are a lot of free tools available. You can do that and understand. But when we do it, we will do it in a structured way and help the people to do that and understand it and help them clearly so that it is clear. Then the second one is understanding self. One is the personality trait. The second thing comes in is understanding your own self. There are various ways it happens. You can do a 360-degree feedback. If you're working in corporate, that happens normally bigger corporate. In a smaller situation, even you can ask people anonymously give you some kind of a feedback. 360-degree feedback is one. You can do that. Then we all know this Johari window, wherein how do you understand that? What are these parts which is not known to you? How do you get that? And how do you make that, use that? Then the third one we will get into understanding self is understanding your own niche. We are naturally good at certain things. Those are our niche. Even if you are in corporate, you are working, doing something, there are certain naturally born talents and some of the things which you repeatedly happy in doing that. Those are all the niche. How do we find out your niche and start working on that. That's what it happens. And the third one is the SWOT analysis. You need to know your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threat. Many times here is also there is a myth. Always think that SWOT analysis is for big corporates. SWOT analysis, individually, you can do the SWOT analysis. The way I moved up in my career, those point of a time, I didn't know the nomenclature of SWOT analysis, but I always used to do what are my strengths, weaknesses, what is opportunities and threat kind of an analysis. That is what has helped me to move up in the ladder in a systematic and sustainable manner. And you need to do your own SWOT analysis that will help you take you to the next level. Then the mindset. So if you look at whether you are in good mood or bad mood, all depends on your own mindset. The mindset is something which we create on ourselves, saying that sometimes we say that we are not good. And whatever you feed in constantly with your conscious mind is what gets into your unconscious mind. That becomes the habit. How do we look at those techniques of mindset and how do we help getting in, you work on those mindset, what is that you can start providing right kind of an inputs to that. So that is what in detail gets discussed as part of the mindset section of the complete course, what you will do that. There are simple things. What happens is moment when whatever the mood, when people say that changing my mood is very difficult. I say changing your mood is very easy. Always you say that, rise up your hand, say, you say whatever difficulty you will not be able to say that difficulty, rising up your hand and smiling happily, ha ha ha, kind of a thing, doing that, it is not possible. These are some of those simple exercise with that you can change the swing in moods, swing in the things also. But there is a structure, the 3-step framework, which you start following it up and you can change your mindset consistently and so that you can start achieving your goal. These are the things get discussed as part of the health check, personality assessment, understanding self, SWOT analysis, and the mindset. Then comes into the agile implementation. Once you understood yourself, assess, things have been diagnosed. After that, you start setting your goals using those SMART principle, simple, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound, how you can set the goals. And there is a framework also which will help you do that. Based on our experience of we achieving goals, what is that really has helped us in doing that. So one of the things, goal is an important, even in the, when you are having the sailing ship, it doesn't set the clear direction. You may not reach the destination where it want to reach, right? So for that reason, definitely the goal setting is the important thing one need to look at it. Then comes in the priority management. People call this as a time management. I call this as a priority management. Even Stephen Covey calls this as a priority management. How do you prioritize based on your goal, vision, mission? What is important to you? Basis that you need to start setting the priority and start working on those priorities. That is what really is going to help you. There are certain things that based on your relationship, based on your professional requirement, based on the other relationship requirement, with all that, you set the clear goals. Basis that, how do you get into priority? Analyzing your time. Where are you spending currently your time? And basis that, how do you become more focused person on achieving your goals? So that is the one you need to start looking at it as part of the priority management. Then comes is the decision making. Once you have the goal and priority, time and again you need to make the decision. So decision making, as leaders, we have to make decision at a different point of a time. How do you systematically gather that information? Analyze that information. What is it something is good, which is in the right direction, that's going to help you in achieving doing that. So here also one of the example, if you wanted to look at from my corporate career, I can give you. See, when we were working on, we did all this health check when we wanted to merger of the two large companies which came in. When it comes into the decision making, normally what happens is when you're working in a multinational organization, the global corporate pushes that decision on you. Sometimes you have a difficulty on achieving those goals set by the global corporate. Normally people don't voice out because they worried about saying that if I ask the global corporate what is that they will think about me, I will not be able to work on it. That is where we did, when I was working in this organization, they given me certain amount of a time to come up with a plan. Using that time plan, I had internally gathered the stakeholders, understood the pros and cons of the decision, what is it which global corporate is planning to implement. Then we said that overall achieving that goal of a $10 million saving which we need to make on the real estate consolidation is given. That cannot be ruled out. But how do we implement? What needs to be done is clear. How do we implement is what we need to start looking at. That is where I call the stakeholder and say that, yes, if this corporate has asked us to do this activity, that is not possible. What is that alternative? We started gathering information, start looking at that. Then we put up that proposal to the global corporate. They accepted it. That is where you need to collect a lot of data and start working on it and put that information. If you are saying something is not possible, also you say why this is not possible. What is the pros and cons of that? That is the decision-making process, helps you to do that. Then comes in is the effective negotiation. So we, right from birth to the last breath, and right from we get up, we get in to go to the bed. We every day, we keep negotiating with different people, different things. And what is those tools? What is that something you start working on it? What is some of those things, the better alternative to the negotiated agreement? Even if you have an agreement as an organization, do something, sometime you have to negotiate. This happens even at home also. There are days you have a large number of guests which have come in. What you do? Between your son, daughter-in-law, and wife, all of us, we say that, yes, you do this, I'll do it. Normally, you may not do this. That's what you start negotiating it and do that. How you effectively you do those negotiations and start working on it. And also many times, when someone is hiring you in an organization, what is that? There is zone of possible agreement. We call it ZOPA, zone of possible agreement. How do you get into a zone of possible agreement, which is most important? That's what we look at as part of the effective negotiation. Then comes in is the most important thing as we want to success as the journey, not as the destination. One important thing becomes is the governance. How do you put a good governance structure into it? As I was talking about this $10 million savings when you wanted to do, all is ultimately everyone has given alternative good, but need to have a very good program management team has been put in there. And if you are trying something for the first time, you need to pilot it and understand the drawbacks and handhold. Sometimes people might need some kind of a support, some other thing. How do you handhold them? That is where the governance helps. Then communication plays a key role. All is done. Everyone needs to understand the way you wanted to get the things to be done. How effectively you communicate that entire program management, entire things, what needs to be done, matters a lot. So that is where one needs to work on it. Again, an example from my global corporate experience. Always there is two things happens in the corporate. One is you budget for spending certain amount. When you actually have to spend that budget, you need to give a business case. That is a communication. How effectively you communicate, it's an important, and we need to spend this money at this point of a time becomes a key. There was a situation where I joined this multinational organization. They have been budgeting this capital expenditure spending for the last 3-4 years, but they were not getting approval to spend that money. Then it has come to a situation wherein they need to spend that money at during that year. So I have to collect a lot of information. Like people call this as a madman's job kind of a thing. No? Like you first collect all the information, then start analyzing, synthesizing that, and start looking at it, saying that why I need to do. If I don't do this, what will happen? By way of spending this money and correcting this, what is the result I'm going to get it? Using this kind of a technique, I wrote this communication to the global corporate, which is just a page of a message. And we got almost about 10 crores of spend to approval for spending 10 crore of money, which was not happening for 3-4 years. That is the place effective communication plays a role. Even in this $10 million saving, which I was talking about, the consolidation project, we had a weekly 32 an hour of a governance meeting. Things had happened because of things have been communicated effectively. Each of the owners stakeholder knows what needs to be done. They have to find how it needs to be done. In the governance, they need to come and discuss with us what are all the roadblocks that needs to be cleared, what is the hurdles they are facing it, so that we can look at and start working on it. So that is the thing, the essence of effective communication. Then the change management. As we know, any change always starts with the resistance. People starts with the denial, saying that why I should start changing it. Then resistance comes in it. Then we need to move forward and explore it, saying that how do we convince that what is in it for me, for a different stakeholder? Not all stakeholders will have the same what is in it for me. And how do you help them find that what is it for me and the buy-in? Then you effectively implement that change. This is what had happened when I was working in this third largest IT services company. They had the technologies division as one, IT division as one, BPO as one. Even though they were operating in the same premises in many locations, they had a different administration department to handle that. One of the things when integration, they asked me to integrate that. It's a huge change management. No one wants to change things immediately, right? So that is where I have to work on. Everybody, when I started telling them, saying that, yes, we need to do this, first thing comes in is the denial. Yes, all is working. Why need to make this change? And they resist. When you want to bring in some changes, the resistance comes in. Finally, starting from the leadership team, I have to draw a strategy. What is in it for the leadership team? What is in it for the department team? What is in it for the employees of the organization? As part of the process, I have to address this thing in multiple meetings, multiple discussion. Then it got accepted and we were able to integrate the thing. That is where we will help you with the tools on what is that would help you when it comes to the change, how you can do that. then the vision. So what you visualize continuously, that is what you start able to achieve it. So how do you create those vision boards? Even if you look at all the bigger corporates, and I have been reading Tata stories, and today some of those visions which the Jamsetji Tata or the Tatas which they have dreamed didn't come through during their lifetime. It came in after that. But they all had that dream, and as part of the vision, you need to create it. Even if you want understanding your assets and acquiring that knowledge and putting that goals and having those priorities, everything set, that when it comes to the governance part of it and having a real-time transformation, you need to have those clear vision on what is that you would like to achieve. Towards that, you have the communication done, change management program done, and the governance structure is also worked out. If you have this health check, agile implementation, and the real-time transformation kind of a framework, I had given you the complete framework to you. And if you think that you can work on it with someone or individually, I'm happy with that. You can look at and start working on it. So now what I am going to do is, so before I move on, in case you wanted to work with me or with us in the organization, we have a proposal. That is what I will, little later part of this, I will do it. Before that, I wanted to tell you how people have benefited by using this HEART framework. That is the few examples, which is what I wanted to run it through. This is one of the case study. We had Veena from the hospitality business from Manipal. During the pandemic time, she approached us. She was super confused, directionless, because she was running a hotel. And during that time, the hotel industry was going with a zero occupancy because nobody, because of the lockdown, nobody was looking at it, wanted to work on it. And we use the VUCA model, what I have explained to you on the thing. How do you create that vision? How do you create that kind of a understanding? How do you get that things going on? Vision. Then we onboarded it in 2021, and today she increased her business by 10x level. So we going through this structured course, helped her understand their assets and what is the new areas of the thing they need to do and the real-time transformation. With that, not only she runs the hotel, which is at the almost 80% of an occupancy level post the pandemic. Then she has started a travel business, which with that she is doing it across the country. She helps the people even in international travel she does. Then she also opened up another business, the banquet sales, which is the banquet hall, which is here, acquired nearby and started working on it. That is what has helped her to do the business. This is what the real HEART framework has helped, the success framework has helped her to do that. Then, this is the video which will provide you two of the people working in the corporate. How did they find out this HEART framework helping them? This is again a 3.5 minutes video.
I got an opportunity to attend a workshop on personal transformation organized by Leadership God. It was a wonderful learning experience for me from that program. The program was designed not only for working professionals for corporate, but the program was designed for professionals across industries. I was amazed to see the in-depth and rich experience and the energy level from the coaches like Ram Ramakrishnan Kirandeep Sandhu, Ashish Datta, and Devesh Mohan. These 4 leaders take us through their own experience while delivering each and every module of the Leadership Card program. The workshop was very interactive. There was an opportunity for every individual to share their own experience and challenges in their journey and get to hear the thoughts and various techniques and tools to address those challenges. Some of the interesting topics were leading self, SWOT analysis, goal setting, vision boards, and personal branding. One of the unique experience for me after attending this workshop was the continuity from the coaches. How they will continue to follow up with you, help you to continue to learn even after the workshop. Overall, it was a fantastic experience, and I wish Leadership Card organization all the best and many more success in their upcoming workshops and trainings. Thank you.
Leadership Card is very close to my heart. Leadership Card is a part of my professional success. My life I can split before Leadership Card, after Leadership Card. After joining the Leadership Card, I have improved a lot. How to handle the people, how to manage the team, how to handle the conflict management, each and every situation, how to analyze this. I am applying this SWOT analysis. So each and I can say definitely is a continuous process and also is a life learning experience. I got it from the Leadership Card. And the important thing is every week they are taking the sessions. So keep on attending the sessions and motivate myself and keep on improving myself. The important thing is I'll get the personal attention from the each and every one of the Leadership Card things. Leadership Card, they are the author of the book and they are the TEDx speakers. They comes with the vast experience like management, CEO, CFO, and the entrepreneur and the sales background and the communication specialist. They have the very good strong credibility. So when I'm looking at the people, I'm getting inspired and I started joining these sessions and getting the benefit of the Leadership Card. Thank you.
Like the first one you saw, Kumara, he came in when his organization was going through a merger. He was worried about whether he will be able to retain his job or not. And today he is absolutely happy with what he is doing it. And Ramesh, when he came to us, he was looking at, as a vice president, he wanted to resign from that organization and saying that this is not the right place for me to work. And after going through the programs and other things, today he has got promoted within a year as a senior vice president in the same organization, quite happy, and he feels it is clearly added value to him. These are some of the other testimonials. One of the things is for you to continue the journey with us. So this is the online workshop. What we have currently is the part 1, which is the health check part of it, already 100% available on the Udemy platform as a course, which you can go through it. Agile implementation, we are working on the recording of that, which would be ready by end of this month. Real-time transformation, by mid of next month, we will have the complete course structure, which we have delivered this thing in person to some of the batches. Now we are planning to make it 100% as an online courses so that people can learn at their own convenience and do that. And this is at the Udemy currently priced at $3,999 as a price, but as part of the online seminar which you are attending, and we are going to offer this at the 50% discounted price. I will share the link as well. The mail also, we will share it with you. On that, maybe you can register to this health check, complete details of that at a 50% discount. This is the link for that. Which is the one, if you, in case you all you think that you can work on this and start doing it. So I pasted and put it on this one. You can look at and see. You can start with this. As we progress on to the agile implementation, you can get into attending that course as well, and the real-time transformation also. If you think these are some of the bonuses you get as part of going through the course, the lifetime access of course recording that is available when you register to Udemy with you forever. The reading material, which is also uploaded there, that's also available. And also we are creating the lifelong exclusive WhatsApp group wherein you can interact with coaches when you have any kind of a requirement and other thing. We'll also create accountability partners. An hour of personal coaching. What you get is an hour of personal coaching. When you register to the program, you can get an hour of personal coaching from one of the coaches from here. So of your interest, what is that you wanted to discuss, we help you through the coaching. Monthly group coaching will be there, which is a Q&A. Every month we will fix a date. There's a value of 26,500 as a bonus you get it. Another way you wanted to start with this is the coaching. You want to get a personal coaching route, you can take, which is the original price is 10,000 rupees an hour coaching we do, but we are going to give here as the 5,000 rupees with 1 hour coaching for the discovery session, which we normally don't charge it, and 1 hour of a coaching session, which you can look at and doing that. So this is also the links are here, which also I will share it. You can look at, and the number, I think the online is 1607 is there. On the health check we want to know, that is online 1608 is the code which is there. So that is what you need to start looking at and doing that. This is the one. And how do you, what is that little bit about the leadership card? We challenge leaders and entrepreneurs to come out of their comfort zone and unlocking their hidden potential to realize their dreams. How you can continue your journey? You can start attending our weekly card hour that happens on Thursday, 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. You can come. This is a 3-step success framework. You can take one framework by one and start learning. And there are other module-based training we have on the Me2We, that is the team building, then communication level 1, level 2. Some of the courses are already as part of the Udemy as well. Women Leadership Program is another thing which we are going to start very shortly. That is the one we will announce. You can be part of that as well. Some of these other workshops we do, how to build resilience and various other workshops you can look at, which we can send across the details. These are some of the things. And as I said, bonuses for attending this workshop, you will have a mail. Recording of this webinar will be there. Leadership WhatsApp community is an option. There's Udemy courses will be there. And you wanted to do a coaching session, discovery session, which you can do. This is the link for the Calendly, which you can block the time wherein personal coaching time kind of a thing. With that, we will work with you on that to help you. And after that also, if you think you wanted to take up the coaching as a route for you to help you in the journey, we are happy to do that as well. Thank you. Cumulative 100+ years of experience. That's what the leadership card comes with. Worked in diverse field, India and global experience. CARD stands for knowledge, accomplishment, reflection, and development. We encourage people to acquire knowledge, accomplish for themselves, whatever they do that, and radiate that part of it as a part of a reflection and develop their own teams. Leadership training, leadership coaching, leadership mentoring. That's what we do it. We help unlocking your hidden potential. So now you have any questions, you can ask me. Thank you, Harshita, for being here. And thank you people who are on YouTube watching as well.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much for the framework that you explained so far.
Yes.
I also appreciate that even though I was the only person, you still decided to take over the session and also
Yeah,
on the
we
YouTube.
do it normally. Even people are not coming. Also, it goes on online into YouTube as well.
Okay.
Thank you for joining in. Today, I already had more than 10 people register. Normally, it happens.
Sunday thing.
Don't turn up much.
Yeah. So personal training you were mentioning. So how long will this course be? I mean, this online
Yeah, this
personal.
course, each of the course is going to be somewhere in 2.5 hours to 4 hours, each module.
Okay.
Each module is 2.5. See, when you are conducting an in-person, what happens is a lot of interaction happens, right?
Right.
So that way, when it is an online, what happens is we will give you time to do your exercise. If you do with exercise and other thing, it is each of the module is a 4-hour module. Like if you are
Okay.
doing your own exercises and other thing, like SWOT analysis, we tell you each of the thing we explain, and you parallelly do your own SWOT. Spend that time, right? That way it becomes a complete 4 hours of a time.
Okay.
So that is where each module, whatever I do, health check will be 4 hour, and the agile implementation is 4 hour, and the real-time transformation is a 4 hour kind of a module. So currently we have put in the health check as it's available on Udemy, which you can look at my name and register. Also, we will send you the link in the mail also if you want to put it down. You can register to that and go through the first part of the health check. By the time end of the month, we will have the second module, which is on the agile implementation ready, which you can start going through that as well. And by mid of next month, we will have the third module also completely ready. And we have been doing it in online, then in-person kind of a thing, through Zoom, live we were doing it. Then we found people want to do on their own. The timing is also not suiting to them. On their free time, that way we record and put it. They can do it as per their leisure time.
Okay.
That's what we have been doing it, which you can do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining. Thank you. Bye.